Well, hey, Melanie White here, and welcome to my channel where I talk about relationships, we talk about dating, and we talk getting the man that you desire, okay? Marriage. So today's topic is how I met my husband. So we've been married for about 5.5 years. August will be 6 years that we've been married. Still very much in love. But the reason why I wanted to do this video with you today is because, I hope it inspires you. If you are single, and especially meeting my husband at age 36, and, I know a lot of people out there are like, especially if you're over 30, it's hard. And I agree with you, it is hard. So really this video is to inspire you and just share my story. Surprisingly, the way that I met him, I did not think I would meet him that way. Just to kind of give you some background story, I was single for 12 years. Okay, I think my last relationship before that, I was like maybe 23 or 24. So from 24 to 36, I was single. Yes, of course, I went on dates and, dated men. That saying, you gotta kiss a lot of frogs before you find your prince, definitely applies to me. And, in that process, again, when I look back, I have to say that I'm really glad for it because it really gave me a chance to heal. There was a lot of issues that I had, just completely lost. And it really gave me a chance to up-level myself. I found in my 20s, it was actually very simple to date. I always was on a date or I was always meeting somebody new. Being in social circles, meeting people at work, meeting people at the mall, meeting people at the grocery store. I found it simple in my 20s. Now, when I got to my 30s, I found that I was more focused on my career, and I found that I got into this routine of get up, go to work, go to the gym, come home. And so I wasn't meeting anybody. I wasn't really going on dates. And I think over 30, that's when I started to start thinking like, okay, God, like, where is my husband? I'm, over 30. And so I remember one of my coworkers was like, why don't you try online dating? And here's the thing, I'm 42 years old, okay? And, back then, so like what, 2014, 2013, the idea of going online to find love felt like it was like, it didn't feel good to me. And I was like, you want me to go online looking for love? And she was like, yes. She had met her husband online, and, she knew other friends who met people online. And you know what? After much convincing, I was like, okay, let me try online dating. So there was actually 3 websites that I went on. The first website was Plenty of Fish, POF. I was on there for a whole week. I couldn't stand it. I just found that it was just, a lot of men on there that were not serious, just wanted to hook up. And so I came off of Plenty of Fish off a week, told my coworker, I was like, listen, I'm not doing that. Like, it was just pure foolishness. Second dating app. My coworker convinced me to try again. But this time she said, why don't you try a paid dating website? People are more serious when they actually pay. And I said, okay, makes sense. Let's do that. So second dating app was Match.com. So went on Match, and I did find there was, a better quality of men, men that were looking for something serious. I think maybe I went on maybe 2 or 3 dates off of Match, but not a connection. And then again, I was like, you know what? I don't think this online dating thing is gonna work. And so I came off the online dating for a while. And then another friend said, well, why don't you try going back online again? You never know. And I thought to myself, and I said, okay, this will be the last dating app that I go on. But before I go on another dating app, I said, let me do a little bit of research. Um, and I said, let me be really intentional about what I want. So again, I made a love list. I remember I already had made a love list prior, but I made another love list. So I kind of really kind of delved deep into what I wanted in a husband. And when it came time to do my profile on the dating app, I really put a lot of effort into my profile because I wanted to make sure it was specific. I wanted to make sure that, men who were just looking for something casual would read my profile and be like, you know what? This girl's serious. I'm going to move on to the next girl. And so again, was really intentional with my profile. Spent a lot of time doing it. Took really nice photos and posted them on the third dating app, which was Black People Meet. So went on there and there was no connections. It was just, again, pure foolishness. And I think I had paid for like a 6 month trial. It was like 6 months. And I think when I got to the 6 month mark, I said, you know what? I'm not renewing. I did meet a couple of friends though when I think back. But I said I'm not renewing it. I'm done with the online dating. And you know what? If I'm going to meet somebody, it's going to be in person, it's going to be organic. And you know what? I just leave it to God at this point. And so I canceled the membership, and then I think 2 days, was it 2 days? Yes. 2 days before it was supposed to expire, my husband messaged me. And it's so funny because when I think back, I wasn't even checking the app. But on that specific day, there was something, I guess divine intervention, said check the app. And when I checked the app, he had messaged me. And I was like, oh, let me check out this guy. And the message that he wrote me, I could tell that he actually took the time to read my profile and actually write in response to that. Because if you're on dating apps, you probably know that there's a lot of, flirting. They just tap like to flirt with you. Or some men even have like a template that they just copy and paste and send to like an email blast and send it to like 12 different women. But I can tell that this guy actually took the time to write out a really nice and thought out message. So I was like, okay, let's check out his pictures. Checked out his picture. I was like, oh my gosh, he's so handsome, so cute. And I remember one picture really stood out. One picture that stood out was he was with his sister and his niece. They were at an amusement park. And when I looked at that picture, I stared at it because I was like, this guy is a family man. I just knew by looking at that picture. I'm like, he is a family man. And so I messaged him back and we started a conversation back and forth. And I think maybe a week or two after we met up, we went to we went to a restaurant that I really enjoy. We went to Pickle Barrel. And, I remember the first time I laid eyes on him, I got there first. I was waiting for him. And when he came and he was coming down the elevators, and I remember just looking at him, and I swear it was like slow motion in a movie. And it was like the world stopped, like time stopped. And he had like the most gorgeous smile. I always tell him he has a model smile. And he gave me a big warm hug, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I just knew my life was going to change for the better. I just knew. And I'm a person, I'm not really into the love at first sight. I didn't believe that, but when I saw him, I knew. And so we went on our first date. And the funny thing is that So remember I said I was on Match? That was the second dating app that I was on. He actually found me on Match and messaged me, but I was inactive because I had canceled the membership on Match. And then he signed up on Black People Meet. And then it was crazy because he found me on Black People Meet. So, again, I do really believe that we were supposed to meet. And so a month after we met up, he asked to be official, to be exclusive. And I said yes. And then a year after, he proposed. So that's how I met him. Surprisingly, I met him online. I was not a fan of online. But you never know when you're going to meet somebody. So lesson learned is always to keep your options open. And yeah, we were married on August 17th, 2018. And now we've got 2 kids. I got a rambunctious 4-year-old son, and I got a 1.5-year-old daughter. So we got 2 kids. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know how you, if you are in a relationship, how you guys met. I would love to know. Drop a comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. All right? Take care. Love you, and have a great day. Bye.